What are the 5 things you're naming 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 after?
All right, this is MTG Magic, and bouncing off of Kess's video here, not following truly the spirit of what he wanted, but I'm making a goofy one for later. But for now, this one pretty much fits. I would just call this Tier 1. The only difference there being that these are the truly competitive. These are the ones that you show up to a tournament with. Unlike these ones, this one I would change to Tier 2. The idea is that these are overpowered, these are not casual, these are trying to play with Tier 1s. This is a divide that I would make between what is 4-5 and what is 1-2-3. 4 and 5s get to play with each other. 4s are trying to beat the 5s and turn themselves into 5s. But yeah, so Tier 1 and then Tier 2. This one I would change to Honeymoon. Explain why later on the next tier. But this one is the, as it says here, you're just taking precons and upgrading them, or you're building off of other ideas, and maybe you're just a powered down 4, or Tier 2 in my new system, as in like you just don't have the money for it, or you don't have the means of getting your hands on the cards. So you're maybe trying to get to Tier 2, and you're playing with people who are trying to get competitive and get more like professional, but you're just not there yet. This I would change to either new player or precon. And the idea that connects to the other one is that you're the new player. This is brand new to you. You don't know what you're doing. You're just learning. And then you learn the game. And then it gets its claws into you. And then you get that new relationship sensation. And then you move into the honeymoon phase. And so those tie together, as in like, you've just got your first new precon. And you're like, oh, this is cool, but I want to be better. I want to get better. I want to go get the new things, the shinier cards, the more powered up stuff. And then you get into the honeymoon phase, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to spend all my money on this new thing that I'm in love with. And I'm going to go spend all my time with it at my LGS. And so those two are tied together. And then this one would be kind of the flip side of that, is you start off at new player at Tier 2, and then you go to the honeymoon phase and you're in Tier 3 and you're everything's all shiny and new, and then you either move up and you become the grizzled old player who's like, I'm here to just dominate every game and I'm going to become pro or whatever, or you fall the other direction. And I would call this tier a pile of cards. And so this is, you're so either burnt out or are being just so goofy, and you just kind of, you're so comfortable with yourself in the game, and you're just, I'm gonna just throw a pile of cards together, and it barely follows the rules of Commander, besides obviously what we have here. But like, you're just like, I bought a freaking box of Aether Drift, and I'm going to build a commander deck, and it's going to just be a pile of cards. And so the fun thing about this is you just don't care. It's not even about winning. That's why the whole, this is ultra casual. Like, it's about, I want to follow a random theme that has no rhyme or reason. Some examples I've heard is like, every card has a horse on it, or every card has a person wearing a hat. You know, those kind of real funny casual things that just have no reason to exist, but it's a fun and a comfortable place to be. So yeah, we got a pile of cards, the new player, like fresh relationship, and then honeymoon phase where things move up, and then there's like a harsh divide here of this just being Tier 2 and this just being Tier 1, both of them basically being CEDH. But yeah, there you go. Like I said, probably not the way that he meant it to be used, and I'm going to make a more goofier one, but this feels a little bit goofy. All right, this is MTG Magic, signing off.